and welcome to Add More Zest. My name's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147. Happy 17th of December, everybody. I can't believe it is now, a week until Christmas Eve. This time next week it'll be Christmas Eve. I am still so not ready. Okay, anyway, we shall see how it goes. Today is time for day 17. I had a brief moment then. I was like, what is it? I cannot remember, but it's come back to me. So today's is another pen. It is a little bit of a different pen. So this one does take batteries. And it's of course the size that our house seems to have 0 of at the moment, but it's a couple of AAA batteries in there, and what will happen when you click this is the tip of your pen will light up. So you do need to keep sort of a plastic tip in this, but if you do struggle to see right near your canvas, then this is the type of pen that may work for you. They are all the same colour, so there's not a colour difference in these. Or of course you can use it as a normal pen. It's quite lightweight without the batteries in, so if you like to vary up the weight of your pens, that's also a good option. So there we go, that is day 17. Let me uncover today's square. Not as much white on this one. So I'm using a pen from Lathe Works. I've used one of theirs before. When hand-turned diamond painting pens sort of started coming out a few years ago, Lathe Works was one of the places that did. One of the first places, I won't say it's the first, it's one of the first that I heard about. So I do have a few of their pens. So this is a pink one with sort of a gritty sort of pattern in it. And I'm using just our stock colour pink with this one. So let's get some white in my tray. Get this diamond painting on the go. And say again, I'm starting with my white. I do have a fresh glue dot in, so it is sticking out of the pen just a little bit, which can make it a little bit tricky sometimes to get hold of the diamond. I'm actually more picking the diamond up from its side than from straight on, but I do know that the glue dot will sink into the pen with the pressure. So I try to sort of work through this part when I put a fresh glue dot in, because it saves me topping up the pen with another glue dot later on. When it does start to sink, it doesn't tend to take too long. So hopefully I'll have got this quite well primed by the time I've finished this section. Oh. If it doesn't end up getting too sticky in the process. So comments, etc. Jo, she said, wow, halfway through. So this was on day 12. She says she's really enjoying working on her section daily, as well as opening a present. She says, thank you for the company, Rebecca, and for all that you do. Oh, well, thank you for being here, Jo. And for everybody that's been able to take a little bit of me time to work on diamond painting, whichever one it is. I'm loving seeing this one come together. I mean, I say, I have done a couple as examples, and they were cut apart, but that was over 6 months ago. So I still kind of feel like it's a new diamond painting to do. Kim, she says, yeah, she says your diamond explanation makes sense. She says when she looks at the squares in her tray, one looks flatter on the top and the other seems to be fuller. She says, thanks for clarifying that. You're welcome, Kim. Do not get in the habit though of checking which order you're putting diamonds on according to whether they're flat on the top or not. You will send yourself loopy. At the end of the day, as long as they're all sort of mixed up and you just go in by whatever diamond is next and is the most comfortable to use, the light will shine off your diamond painting differently, which will give it that sparkle effect. There may even be more than 2 types of diamonds. I say it's just easy to tell the one with the flat top and the one without. There very well may be other mixes all in with that. But that's the easiest one to be able to see. She says she has the next 5 days off from work. Woohoo! She has a little bit more to shop for and to actually wrap. So she hopes to get that done between sections of diamond painting. She said, yikes, Christmas will be racing towards me so fast. Yikes. Yes, that's how I am feeling for sure. Especially when I realise like it will be Christmas Eve in 1 week. It's like, okay, maybe I haven't got as organised in December as I wanted to. I'm hoping as I'm filming this, I've got a birthday party later for my big great nephew. I've got a birthday party later for him. So I'm trying to see if I can squeeze some videos in. I've got some videos I need to do for my second channel. I've also got videos that I want to do for in between Christmas and New Year. So I'm going to see how many videos I can get done before I need to get ready to go out. And then tomorrow, I think we're hoping that me and a hubby can go and get some sort of stocking bits for the kids. I don't think the kids have anything for their actual stockings. So I think we're hoping to go out and get that done and try and get a little bit more in the Christmas spirit. And then I'll try and get things wrapped at some point this upcoming week. But Catherine is home, though she is going back to uni for a few days this upcoming week. She's got something she's going to see with a friend from uni, so who knows? Who knows if it won't feel Christmas until they're all home, which is only a couple of days before Christmas anyway. Shadow Kitty, she says she loves the advent calendar item for today. That was on the 11th, so we're going back a little bit. She says she has never tried putty, so it was a little hard to work with, she says, but the smell. She says, oh, the smell. She says she loved it. She used it in the pen she took to work, and her co-worker loved the smell as well. She says, just a reminder to everybody that the postal system is delayed due to the holidays. She says she's had quite a few packages that are normally take a day or two, take well over a week to get to her. She is loving the way the painting is coming out, and she said, see you in the next one. Thank you. And then in the next one, on the 12th, she said she was really excited to get the stickers. She has a few cheaper kits, she says, that didn't come with stickers, that she's excited to use these on. She said she actually had forgotten what was in the calendar. So every video she gets reminded and has paused the video to re-find the items in her stash, she said, as everything has a place. And to make sure that she's either using them or at least trying them. She's really enjoying the process of watching these videos, and have played another game of catch up. And she's so happy with how her diamond painting is coming out. She said she also doesn't mind any items that she discovers while learning from my videos. She says she's just learned how to stop her easel from sliding. She says, thank goodness. She said, you gave me the idea, and she stuck her pot up there while looking for her trash tray. She said, happy accidents. Awesome. Glad it could be helpful. Quite often I don't know sometimes that I'm given a sort of little tip or trick. I just enjoy discussing all the various aspects of diamond painting and just the little things that we do. Let's say quite often we don't know that we're doing, but I just enjoy all the discussions that we get to have on WIP and Waffles. That's what makes them so much fun. Debbie, she says, just a little update on her 3-year-old daughter. She is on the mend. Woohoo! She said she is almost back to her cheeky self. Thank goodness. She says she hopes that all her 4 children have a brilliant Christmas this year. She said as last year their mum was in hospital with little Darcy, so they didn't have any presents because Briley, her daughter, wanted to give her children their presents. So on Boxing Day, when Darcy came home, they had their Christmas then. She said anyway, she says she hopes that I'm having a fantastic day and thank you for all that you do. Well, here's to a better Christmas for 2023 for everyone. Let's make this year a good year, even if it is creeping up on us. Hopefully it won't bite us. That's for sure. Debbie also said, she says her Ever Moment painting is almost complete, ready for her daughter for Christmas. She says she's been getting up at 6 and going to bed late to work on it. That is some dedication right there. You don't quite realise how long. I'm always getting it wrong on how long a diamond painting is actually going to take me. It is always longer than I think. Always. Fee, she said, hi Rebecca. She said today is going to be a catch-up day and she's going to watch some of my videos that she's missed. She is on the final 8 sections before her kit is complete. She says she's got plenty of jobs that she could do, but she's been on this kit for 2 months. She said she's just wondering if me or anyone I know, she said, has fallen down the rabbit hole with collecting release sheets that match the colour scheme of the release sheet holders. She says she has 3 holders now and it's a whole new addiction. Yes, I would say there are people that definitely have. There is a lot more cover paper holders that we have sold, especially since, you know, we've started doing pattern cover paper sheets, cover paper release paper sheets. So there's definitely been more of the cover paper holders sold. Whether people are in denial that they won't get to the stage of needing a box or not, I don't know. Or maybe people are just enjoying having it sort of colour coded with the cover paper holders. I do need to get another order in with our manufacturer of those soon. So I may be having a look at some more colours, we shall see. There's quite a few different colours. It's just trying to get a nice variety that can sometimes take a little bit. Right, outside is done. Let's do my rhinestones before I forget. Sort of the same. I was trying to work out that username then. When there's no spaces in between stuff, it can take a minute. I like that one. Sort of the same says, my squares look so perfect. They've been ill and not working on their diamond painting for a while. So they're going to head back to the beginning and see how I started the project. Well, enjoy. There are many, many videos for you to be able to watch through while we waffle, while doing this painting and getting it completed. Just dab my pen on my face to prime my glue dots, especially these. I do find that rhinestones can stick a little bit more than the diamonds do. Plus, I do push down quite a bit harder because I'm putting these into the gap. I often find that I'm pushing a bit harder on my pen and the glue dot than I would for the diamonds I'm putting on the painting, because I've not yet get to the point where I need to fill a gap in between any. But I'm not bothering with lining these up because, as I say, they do seem to be a little bit bigger than the actual diamonds themselves. So I'm just, as long as I get a line, then I'm happy. She also said her brain is in slow motion. She says she's just realised that I'm doing an advent calendar. Definitely need to start at the beginning and see where you got it and how it works. A lot more fun than the square of a chocolate. Yeah, so this one is a calendar. So it's got 12 individual images. It's available from our shop, admorezest.com. That's where you'll find it. And it can be made into a calendar, individual pictures, or you can do what I'm doing. And the sort of cut lines, you can just pop diamonds, whether it be extra white ones that are left over at the end, or like me, rhinestones, or any other colour that you fancy doing. You can just pop a line down the middle and keep it as one complete canvas. There's a few people doing other things as well, making cards, popping them into a display book, all sorts of different things going on with it. I might put one of, because I did an example of both the square and the round, so I might put one of them in a display book and then put another one of them on a calendar. So I end up with 3 different variants because it's all good. Right, I think I'm going to have fun where these rhinestones join up, but today's is done. So let's bob these back in. Get them back into the pack, and then we'll move on to the letter T. Kaz, she says, hi Rebecca. She says she hopes all is well with me. It is, thank you. She says she is afraid she has been remiss in keeping up with my videos and her advent, which she doesn't think she will get finished by Christmas. Christmas Eve, she says, due to her father-in-law being in hospital. Well, that's one of those things that takes precedent when things like that happen. She said she must thank me for her little bounty that came this afternoon from the December launch. Enjoy your goodies. All goodies from December launch are on their way. The trays have sold out. So the trays have all gone. The cover paper is still available. That will stay available until the end of December. And at that point, we will change the stock levels to be how many we actually have ready to go. And when it's gone, it's gone. This Advent release paper has actually all gone now as well. from December launch. The last few of those were left, but they've now gone. But don't worry, there will be many more designs of cover paper coming in the future, because we have gazillions, and I keep finding more. I keep finding more that I absolutely love, much to Megan's dismay. Cat Lady says she's not working on a diamond painting at the moment, as she has too many other things that she needs to be doing. She says, but she is taking some time out with me each day. She says she'll be away Friday, Saturday, and back Sunday, so she will have to play catch up. But as family arrive on Friday and Saturday of next week, she'll be coming straight into final tasks like stripping and remaking beds. She has a hospital appointment on the 21st, and the results from that will reflect on their birthday/Christmas celebrations. Well, you enjoy your time with family. Of course, I hope that everything goes the best it can. As good as you expect it to be, if not better, would be absolutely amazing. But take care of yourself, and just enjoy the time that you've got with family while they're coming. I'm trying to get ahead as much or a little bit. I'm trying to get ahead on my other videos, and get ahead on some of them today to put up between Christmas and New Year. But then I'm hoping that late end of next week I can do sort of the last few days of Advent just a little bit quicker, so that when my baby comes home from Australia, I can pretty much switch off for Christmas, is the hope. Right, now, yes, okay, I am going to do the rest. I've been following a sort of pattern of starting with the bottom colours, but then sort of finishing off all the similar colours around it. So I'm sort of finishing a flower, or at least I have on the ones that have full flowers. So I'm going to continue with this peachy beigey brownie colour, get this sort of typewriter finished up. Oh, I definitely cut this off wrong with the letter Y. I've got one letter Y that I need to put in there. Oh, it's okay. I've got one part of a flower as well that's not been done. Jeanette said, thank you for the explanation on a cross stitch pattern. She said she did understand, however for her it's a little bit tedious. She says she's going to stick to what she does best, which is diamond painting. Well, I'm glad it made sense, because I left that video thinking it didn't make any sense at all. It is more complicated than diamond painting, though it isn't overly complicated to do. I think that the initial sort of part is getting your head round it. And once you've got your head round it and are doing it, then you're like, okay, this isn't too bad. But I suppose that's the same with any task. It always takes a bit to get your head round how something works. And once you've got your head round that, then things get easier. So either pass it on to somebody you know who wants to try diamond painting, or enjoys cross stitch, or wants to try cross stitch, or maybe pop it aside for a day when you do think, actually, I fancy something a little bit different. I'm going to get my head around it. It depends on your personality. You'll know better which suits you. Kaz, she says, me again. She says she still has her little Quackers splatterworks to do. She says she needs to kit up after she has done both advent calendars, from your good selves and Diamond Art Studio. Everybody's got so many Christmas projects to do. I love it. I worked on my Diamond Art Studio calendar again last night. I am ahead. I am actually, I think I finished day 20. So I am a few days ahead. But again, I do want to get ahead with quite a few different things. So that is my switch off time thing to get ahead with, is that calendar. It will also free up the dining table and stuff ready for, you know, family time and stuff. We quite often crack open a jigsaw when my youngest is home for extended time rather than just home for the weekend. We like to do a jigsaw, so I'll probably be pulling out the jigsaw puzzle once I have finished it, once she's been back to uni and then come back home again. So that'll be fun to do as well. Right, the Y didn't end up being that bad because I had another one. I'm tempted to do that R as well, but then it would lead on to doing all the blue flowers. So I'm going to, let's do some green. That's my next lowest colour, is the letter M, and then I'll follow on with the rest of the green. Tina, she says, just a quick hi to say she received her tray. She said, wow, it's her fave so far. She said the colours are amazing. She said so much so she went back to order a larger one, but they all sold out. Yes, the large ones sold out first, but the rest soon followed. She says, so pretty. She says, another fab waffle. Thank you, thank you. Well, thank you for being here. Inga, she says she is one of those who ditched her stopper after a few uses of the AMZ tray. She said, honestly, she's even forgotten that they come with a stopper in the first place. She says she loves the trays. Update on making the DIY diamond painting putty. She said she has made it. It is lavender scented and coloured. She used what she already had. She said was quite a workout for her hands needing the stuff. She says kudos to anyone who is willing to make it and sell it on Etsy. She said she's not tried using it yet as she didn't need to reload her pen today. Yeah, I haven't gone down that avenue. To be fair, I could end up getting quite trapped in it, I'm sure. If cover paper's anything to go by, I probably would do. Anne, she says she's glad she's not the only one that has a different time on her phone. She says she has Alaska, where her son lives, Texas, where she lives, South Korea, she's a huge K-pop fan. She says she's going to Korea in 2025 for her 50th birthday. She says, thank you for all of you. Take care. Yes, being able to have different time zones on your phone is absolutely amazing. Say it works wonders for me when, you know, I need to speak to Australia or anything like that, or even sometimes sending a message. I'll think about it before I send it, though. With people being able to have like do not disturb on their phone, where their phone doesn't send messages through to them after, you know, whatever time you set, it's not as bad anymore. But yeah, it's a great feature. Home again, she says hi from Denmark. She admit her brain had to do a whole picture per day. So she finished on the 12th. She loved every picture and has already put all 12 into photo pockets. Love it. They're looking forward to seeing the video with Little Dreamer's tree in all its glory. They've ordered Heaven and Earth design and a blank canvas, blank grid canvas but not drills. The project will sleep until they have a lot of spare drills, i.e. 2 to 3 years. Thanks for all of your work. Love, Bente. Oh, fantastic. I'm so glad that people are enjoying doing a Heaven and Earth design. It's definitely something a little bit different. It's a different kind of fun, and it's nice to know that you can enjoy the craft in so many different ways. It's not for everybody. It's not for, for some people it's an occasional thing. For some people it's their favourite way to diamond paint. But I just love that it works in so many different ways and for so many different people. There's that little challenge there if you want it. I need to start my huge multicolour painting. That's going to be a fun one to start. That's going to be a 2024 thing. I haven't done any sections on it yet. I keep thinking I should do at least one section to sort of get my head around it a little bit more, but we'll see. I've definitely got December stuff to do first. Right, so new glue dot. It's definitely going further down in the pen, but there was a couple of little bits that were sticking out. Nova Scotian Hiker said this painting is coming together beautifully. They have been able to do a section a day. The last 2 days were done after work in the dark, with a light on her head as the power has been out due to a serious windstorm on Monday. That is dedication right there. It finally came back on this afternoon. Hooray! Awesome news. They are behind on their Diamond Art Studio painting. They have finished up to the 10th, and this comment was left on the 13th. They're going to go and try and catch up with that tomorrow. This is the best December. Love it all. Oh, see, that's the sort of thing that I love. It just brings the magic back into December for people. Something a little bit different and a little bit fun. Right, I think all my 3s are done. And I took the pot out my case. Joan, she says, first day of the second half of the Advent, and Crazy Hair decided now to complete her WIP before she leaves to visit friends for the holidays. Oh, I picked up a drill then and dropped it. She says, and she leaves on the morning of the 16th. She says she doesn't know why she waited until now. Maybe for a challenge to see if she can do it. She said, wish me luck, everyone. As always, thank you for all that you do, Rebecca, and for the company. Well, I hope you succeeded. It's now past the day, so any good luck I could send you would be a little bit pointless at this time, but I do hope it all worked out for you and you managed to get done what you wanted to get done. Susan, she says, dang, she says she can't believe that we're now halfway through. She was actually able to watch me diamond paint the whole way through today as she is lying in bed with her feet up. She hurt her back a couple of days ago, and today she has swollen legs, so she thought she'd keep them elevated. Very good reason to get a nice chunk of me time there, Susan. She says, and since she has to lay here, she says, what better way than to watch me diamond paint? She said she forgets sometimes truly how fast I am at this. She says, so thank you for a fun watch, and she'll see me again tomorrow. Well, I hope you're feeling better by now, Susan. And, you know, if not, keep resting up, keep using, you know, keep your feet up, keep yourself elevated, and take time for you in whichever way that is. Mysterious days, she says, after 3 days and 3 different sections of watching this, she says she's finally done with the video. That's dedication. Keep coming back. She said work has made me so tired that she has no energy to diamond paint once she gets home. Especially with the baby turning 1 and being absolutely super active, and the toddler being at home preschool with a poor attention span. Definitely sound like you run off your feet. She says she's catching up on her little keychain advent calendar with 3 to do. She said, so fingers crossed that's enough for at least 1 video. She says now that it's daylight savings time, it gets dark so early. She keeps thinking it's really late, even though it's only 6 p.m. I get that. I get that. I think we all switch off from things a lot sooner. So while maybe we'd started to diamond paint when it was lighter and then it gets dark as we're doing it, now it's a bit of, oh, it's dark already, do I bother? And you don't quite realise that it's not as late as you thought it was. Shell of Orange says, phew, what a day. A doctor appointment for her and a doctor appointment for her mum. She said then her and her hubby came home and planned and booked a cruise for February. Go girl. She says a big cruise in Asia. Ooh. She says she's just finished my video for today, about 10 hours after she started it. Her brain is so overwhelmed with excitement. I am not surprised. That sounds absolutely amazing. Sounds like it's going to be so much fun. I love seeing, you know, different cultures and their normal, which can be so different to our normal. Kim says she went shopping today, and when she got home from the grocery store, she realised that she must have left a bag with only 2 or 3 items back at the store. She said it's so irritating since the store is half an hour away, and she really doesn't plan to go back to get the items. She said her time and gas is more valuable. She's just mad at herself for being an airhead. Well, do not stay mad at yourself for long, because mistakes happen. And as far as mistakes go, that's you know, if they don't cost that much, that's not as big a mistake as something else would have been. It's a sign that you just need to take a moment to breathe, be yourself, forgive yourself, and move on. Kerry, she says, oh my goodness, she says she loves the green. So this is on the 13th of December. She says blue has always been my favourite colour, but she guessed the next 50 years she's going to love green. I love it. I think that was the lime green tray, I'm guessing. I love lime green in a diamond painting. I'm so surprised it's not featured in one of our diamond paintings yet. But yeah, every time I get one with a pop of a really, really bright green, it's like, ooh, it looks so good. It's my fun colour to diamond paint with. It's the one that just makes me smile. Alaya says she's been watching me for a long time, but she didn't have any idea what day 2 was for. Well, hopefully I've been able to set your mind at ease on day 2, and hopefully it's something that you will use going forward, not realising that you needed it. Debbie says day 13 done. She said you were talking about what picture for which month. She wrote on paper the month and a picture. She said shook them up, drew a piece of paper out, and that was what month it goes on. It's like a decision wheel type thing for your diamond painting to decide which month goes on which. They are interchangeable. It is, say, we did originally, knowing we wanted to do the calendar idea, did start looking at images that would work, you know, for particular months. But because these are something that are purchased by many different countries, some things that would work, for example, in the UK, wouldn't work elsewhere. So November and Bonfire Night on the 5th of November, Guy Fawkes Night, would not work in any other country. Any other country for November, or some other countries for November, would expect some sort of Thanksgiving, but that doesn't work in the UK and quite a few other countries. You know, so we kind of figured that if we went down the specific one for a specific month route, it wouldn't make sense for everybody. So we went for some gorgeous sort of more muted colours, a little bit different than what we've done for the last couple of years, but colours that go so beautifully together. And of course some pretty flowers mixed in with it as well for a bit of variety. Okay, that diamond did not want to stick down, so take that one out the equation. Okay, I'm getting the rest of my blues done because I knew full well I was going to miss that letter R if I didn't just get it done. Elijah also said her old cat used to steal socks. These pets, what are they like? They don't realise they don't need socks. Cray Legrand said happy day 13, though she is watching this on the 14th. She did catch up from day 7, but she didn't finish day 13 yesterday. She says regarding the mower, she says she did put the charger on the battery, but she doesn't think it had good contact, so it wouldn't crank. She says she'll try again. She should also probably check if she has gasoline. She says, P.S. she absolutely adores the day 14 advent package. Yes, day 14 seems to have gone down extremely well, which is so good. Carol says she's just started her first square painting. Woohoo! It takes a little bit more to get used to, but they are extremely fun to do. Blossom Chops says she was so excited when she opened day 14 at 5 minutes past midnight and found this darling little picture. She said before she had gone to bed, she sorted out how she was going to reorganise some storage and which frame it was going to go in when done. She says she's kitted up and she's working on it as she's watching, listening to this video. She said, thank you, Rebecca. It's amazing how many of them have been done. It's a nice little sort of quick win type of project that can be so fun to do in between, especially some bigger projects or projects that you are spreading out over the month on purpose. The likes of this calendar, for example, we're doing a section a day, so it can be nice to have like a little quick win project to do in between. And it is such an adorable Christmas scene. Jackie said she loved the little diamond painting. She said, would you consider selling them at some point if possible? She says, thank you for your lovely videos. We do have some extras. Because quite often for many things for the Advent we over ordered. We need to take into account for things like potential damage and things like that when ordering. So we do have quite a few extras. It will be January when they go on the site as an item for people to purchase if they want. It will be sort of a separate item. But yeah, we're thinking January for that one, but they'll just be what we have. Lynn, she says she loves day 14 in the Advent. She says she has looked on the Diamond Art Studio website and she really wants to buy the 190 colour ones. She said her hesitation is on the exchange from pounds to Canadian dollar. She says, but she does think she's going to cave and buy one. She said she'll see what kind of Boxing Day sales they have. She says, thank you for the gift. She loves it and she really enjoys this daily video. Awesome. So glad that you like it. It is a fun little picture. That's one I've actually not done yet. So that's one that I still do need to do. I was very tempted, but I didn't need an example for that one. So I told myself to be patient and wait. So I might have to do that one myself soon. Susan says she loves the picture in day 14. And Bernadette says, well, if you think you were excited about day 14, she said you should have seen me at 7 a.m. this morning. She says when she opened it, she said, have you ever seen a 69-year-old woman behave like a child on Christmas morning? She says because that's what she was like. Absolutely awesome. She says she decided that she would save it until she has her Advent painting completed. She says, but she knows it's not going to happen. It's calling me. She says tomorrow seems like a good time to start it. She says, thank you. This cheered me up no end. Well, I'm glad you liked it. We did decide to pop that one sort of in middle-ish, a little bit past the middle, to give people chance to do it, but you know, don't want to go too big right at the beginning because we don't want people to then have disappointment later on if they're expecting, you know, something else like that, because that's the only big or little diamond painting that we have in there. It's more of an accessories type thing, but it is nice to have a diamond painting mixed in there as well. Tina, she says, wow, day 14 is the best. She said she was so excited. How adorable. She said she was late leaving on the school run because she started kitting up straight away. She said, whoops. Thank you so much for another fabulous Advent gift and waffle. Well, I'm really glad that you've enjoyed it. It's a fun little picture. Elsa says she loves the picture, and the cat lady says that she loves today's advent surprise. She says she may be able to work on this over the next week once she's back from family in Wales. She says thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Bev says she's nearly caught up, she said, on videos, that is. So she's commenting on day 13 on the 14th. She says she worked hard getting everything ready for Christmas before December so that she could work on our painting and the Diamond Art Studio mystery. She says, and apart from a couple of presents that she's waiting to be delivered, she was done. She even did her tree and decorations on Friday the 2nd, and she's never been that early. She says she planned on doing her Diamond Art Studio in the morning and my painting at 4 along with the video. But life happened, she says, and she seriously underestimated the time a section would take of the mystery painting. She says the first day took me 8 hours. Wow. She says although she is getting a lot quicker, she needs to be less ambitious. It's definitely a time sapper. It definitely is. So she is just plodding along with the Diamond Art Studio, and she'll do mine after she's finished. She's currently doing day 9. She says still it's been wonderful getting Christmas boxed off early so that she can enjoy the run-up. She says she's loving the advent calendar. She got the bunny for her cross-stitch kit, which her sister has claimed. She said she didn't have a clue what the nut and the pot was for either. She assumed that you were getting something to go with it on another day. She says she's so glad I'm recovering from my chest infection. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying December. It is nice to get everything planned and boxed off. And as much as I say I'm totally not ready, I think if Christmas happened tomorrow, after a huge wrapping session this evening, I could be done enough to enjoy it. So all the rest is a little bonus, and is just trying to get me and hubby, I suppose, a bit more in the Christmas spirit with things. Natalie says she loves my videos. Thank you, Natalie. And Sharon says, are you going to put the crystal diamonds around the outside of the painting too? That's a maybe. As I've sort of been filling in the little gaps, it does sort of, I keep looking and thinking, maybe it would be nice to do around the outside as well. But I am going to see when I've finished, because I would need to add some glue. There is a little bit of overhang, but not enough, I don't think, to sort of grab the diamond properly. But just doing around the outside should be easy enough to do, even if I just do it with like double-sided tape instead, because it's just a thin band around the outside. So I've not fully decided on that one. Whether I will decide in 2023 or not, I also can't answer. It may be something that I decide to leave a little bit longer. Diamond Painting Addict said another great WIP and Waffle. They're loving them every day, and thank you for the small Christmas diamond painting picture in the advent. They're going to be doing it before Christmas if possible. Cher Loves Orange says they love today's gift, day 14. Thank you so much. They finished a WIP today, so now they have another one. Awesome, straight from one to another. Lady Dax says she is totally in love with the little diamond painting this morning. she says, how did you stop Giles from leaking it? Oh, yeah, Giles doesn't leak our stuff. He doesn't have permission. Yeah, he's extremely good at not leaking out. Both of them are, both Giles and Sam. Any conversations that we have over stuff doesn't get leaked. But at the same point, that works vice versa. So the Advent calendar that Diamond Art Studio has done this year, we actually discussed that last year. When we went to them with the idea of doing our last year's painting, which was the Advent calendar as a diamond painting, they had that idea then. So we went to them with the diamond painting, and they mentioned how they were wanting to do one that was like a heaven and earth design, like a chart onto a blank canvas. So we've actually known about that one well before it was even sniffed at. They just didn't have the time last year to sort of put it into place. So it's just a bit of mutual respect there that other people's ideas don't tend to get leaked. Though, you know, he can be very bad at leaking theirs. Diamond Art Studios also replied and said that Giles hasn't seen it. There we go. She said her headaches, so this is Lady Dac, sorry, continuing. She said her headaches have turned into a real saga. She ended up at the doctor's on Monday. They then sent her to the pharmacy to have a 24-hour blood pressure monitor fitted. And they're a zombie with a headache today. She said, how are you supposed to sleep with this thing that squeezes the life out of you every hour throughout the night? No, I couldn't do that either. And I reckon it would catch you every single time you were about to fall asleep. She said, no wonder it recorded a high blood pressure. It's so blooming painful. She said, especially when you have fibromyalgia. I can't say it. She says now she has to fight with the GP to explore the cause rather than just fob me off with medication. She says just what you need at this time of year. Tongue in cheek. She says in the meantime, P. Jelly has stuck me on beetroot juice to lower my blood pressure. Good job, she says that she loves it. That is a good job because not for me. She says, anyway, roll on tomorrow's Advent and WIP and Waffle. She said, you just got to smile. That is a good outlook on it, but I do hope they are getting to the bottom of it the right way and finding out what it is so that you can get it sorted and enjoy Christmas. Grish says, hello, Cheryl here. See, I keep doing it. Cheryl, she says, here with a question. She says, could you remind me when you purchased those big clips to keep the diamond painting on your easel? Thanks in advance for the answer. She said, you're the best. Oh, it was a good few years ago. It was an unboxing, but the company I originally got them from didn't have them on their site when I went back a-looking. But many people do search towel clips and they end up coming up as an option. So hopefully that helps. Right, we'll have to save some more of the reactions to the day 14 gift until tomorrow. Because there is lots of responses to the day 14 gift. I'm trying to get as caught up on comments as I can, but if not, we'll do say we'll do some WIP and Waffles in the new year, catch up on everything from Christmas. But we have 2 completed, one above each other. Where do we go tomorrow? Oh, towel clips are out. We finish up the bike up here tomorrow, but we have only 7 left to complete. That week is going to go so fast and yet probably so slow all at the same time. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me for today's WIP and Waffle. Have an absolutely amazing day, and anybody that is under the weather, I hope you are feeling loads better. Take care of yourself, drink water and get yourself fit as a fiddle, and I'll speak to you all again tomorrow.